Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome whoever's watching on Twitch. We are removing the chat so I don't get spoiled because I like to watch these with enjoyment and at the same time with surprise. We are starting off the season with a massive bangaroo because we have FPX versus IG. Both teams have gone through some changes, I would say. IG have lost Jackie Love, they've lost Duke, which is fine. Jackie Love, we still don't know where he's going. That is a big question mark. It seems like he has a big paycheck demand, so to speak, and I don't know if anyone's willing to pay it. Mechanically, Jackie Love is crazy. His decision making could use some work. Mechanically, there's a lot of good Chinese AD carries, but Jackie Love has a massive fan base that he created over the years, the last 2 years specifically. And during the regular season, it's easy to remember his World Championship run. During the regular season, it was absolutely amazing what he did during Worlds. It could have been better. He had good moments, he had bad moments. Definitely not the same level of consistency that he showed during, of course, their LPL. So, when it comes to FPX, they've added Duke. I mean, not Duke, they've added Khan, which is a matchup that everyone loves seeing. The last time we saw this matchup was at Rift Rivals, and the Shy was maybe 100 CS ahead. But this was a time when Ning was actually playing well and around the Shy and doing it in a proper fashion. He was playing also Nico into Camille, which is a rough matchup for Camille unless you have jungle attention. And I think IG as a team played much better too. So it's hard to judge based off of that matchup alone because that's almost an impossible matchup for Camille to win by herself. But nevertheless, let's jump into this freaking game. We have the bans. Pantheon, Nautilus, Elise. Very targeted, very specific against, of course, FPX. Lucian. Ban as an answer, removing the flex that we saw a rookie play during the World Championship as well. The Shy can also play it. He played it into GP at the World Championship as well, if I remember correctly. Lucian is like prime time IG. There are very few teams that I would allow to play Lucian if I was their coach, because I see a lot of Lucian teams not using it properly and then falling off. But IG would definitely be one of those that would use it well and go hard with it. Akali is another double flex, very difficult to counter. FPX has been like a staple ban for FPX for a long time because they don't want to play it top lane, don't want to play it mid lane. But with the difference here, with Khan being in the picture, they could definitely play it top lane because Khan plays it and he played it also during the World Championship. Aphelios banned. Aphelios is just too broken, too broken. It is very tricky to deal with the AD carry champion pool right now because there is a lot of OP champions. Bot lane is the most busted role just because of how OP the champions are. We have Misfortune here locked in. Maybe not locked in, I'm not sure if it's locked in. Aphelios, there's, what's it called? Senna, there's even Zyra Khan still. People can play Varus Tam, people can play Caitlyn, Trash, Caitlyn Morgana. There's a lot of nasty things you can pick in a bot lane, so having a big champion pool definitely helps. Or just a specialized champion pool, that works too. If you found a champion that works into everything, that's fine too. Supports don't have that much love. Supports are still the same. I'm expecting the Nautilus, the Leona, maybe occasional Braum, Tam to help some issues when it comes to mobility, like Aphelios or Senna, and the usual. I don't think support is that changed. Maybe in some cases we will have some supports playing some ranged carries in the bot lane. That could work too. Senna support I think is worse than Senna AD. Let's continue with the draft. Qiyana first pick here, a flex of course. Qiyana hasn't been changed that much. Strong utility champion that allows you to be very creative in draft because you have a mid lane damage option. But in mid there's a lot of AD options, so it's let's just continue. Misfortune, 5 seconds left. I'm assuming this is going to be locked in. Let's fast forward a little bit. Misfortune and Jarvan. Okay, I think that's a fine jungle matchup for Qiyana, and she also in mid lane has a little jump so she can avoid and get out of Jarvan, so I don't think it's that good of a lock-in. I think they are preparing in case Senna is getting locked in here together with Tam. And then, of course, Jarvan Misfortune can do a lot of things against it. I think this is the mindset that you have to be in when you're drafting is you don't have room to ban all champions. Braum, okay. Braum against Misfortune, you can block the ultimates. That is the thought process. And then, ooh, Rumble. They're just denying FPX here with all of their champions, because Rumble together with Jarvan and Misfortune could be dangerous. Let's see if Rookie has practiced some Rumble mid. I haven't checked. I don't know too much about his account. Doinby locks in his famous Rise. Beautiful. Lock it in so I don't look like a dingus. Please. Okay. Rise is locked in. Second wave bans, AD carries, Senna could be an option. Maybe Senna Braum is not the best combination, because how do you really stack it? Maybe they're going to avoid it. Varus is banned. Maybe Ezreal is just going to get locked in here for Puff. I'm not too sure about what Puff and Southwind play, but they have very adorable names. GP is banned. Rumble could still go potentially top lane. GP Akali is out. Xayah Varus is out. This looks like a pretty free Ezreal game. Caitlyn Braum is also a lane that works. Mordekaiser is banned. With these bans, right now IG has banned some of the blind picks that you can pick in top lane. So it could signify that Rumble would potentially go top lane. Because more than GP are two champions that you would want to blind, especially with Lucian out. Kalista, ooh. But Kalista against MF sounds very rough. I think you don't want to play Kalista against this. You want to have something that is longer range. Caitlyn sounds legit. Kog'Maw Braum, LPL special. Sivir is very hard against MF. I wouldn't want to pick that. I just pick Senna because it's OP. That works too. Senna Braum, I'm not going to proc that many passives, but Senna is OP, so why not? It works, right? Just pick OP champion. And then Aatrox double flex together with Rumble. Most likely it's going to go into top lane. GP is a fine match of Aatrox. Mordekaiser is also fine. I'm just trying to understand why IG banned GP and Mordekaiser second wave. I assume this is more targeted than what they wanted to, set up in terms of a better matchup on top. Because there are champions that can do better into Aatrox. But the thing that they have to worry about here, FPX, is the double flex. That is the meta right now, just double flexing on blue. There are so many champions that you can double flex. Mid laners are very open-minded with what they're playing, and that's cool. Because usually here, if you want to counter Aatrox, these are champions that are very, very all-in on that matchup. For example, Fiora. You don't want to play Fiora into Rumble. It's a pretty bad matchup. But here, probably the best champion that you can pick into both is Irelia. But I don't know how much Irelia can picks, and it's also with a bit of risk. The 2v2 with Jarvan is not the greatest, so maybe it makes sense to stay away from it. But I'm curious. Irelia would be my only guess. Fiora. Jace would be fine as well. Fiora picking it into Rumble, I just don't like it. Cannon is a fine choice as well. Crisp hovering Cannon. I like that. Honestly, Cannon, Irelia sounds like the best options. Ornn. I forgot about Ornn. Just lock in the Ornn, baby. Lock in Ornn. Okay, so Ornn can do fine into Aatrox. Has definitely received some love in the matchup because of Conqueror. That's what we're saying, Ornn everywhere. Just Conqueror being nerfed, Mountain being buffed. Not necessarily Conqueror being nerfed, but in the specific matchup it's being nerfed. So you can stack a lot of armor, but still Aatrox is going to reach Black Cleaver. He can sustain a lot of the poke damage that Ornn wants to do, and I think this is a fine matchup for Ornn here. IG have a composition that is very, very strong early on. FPX, I would say that the scaling is heavier on their side. Depends on how fed the Senna and the Aatrox are, because Aatrox, if he snowballs out of hand, he can itemize MR, and he can easily deal with Ryze and Ornn on the side. Let's take a step back and pause here. Just because it's Ornn and Ryze in the solo lanes, very easy for the Shy to itemize heavily into MR if he wants to. Even go so far to go Spirit Visage, Mercury, and win split constantly. Later down the line, what FPX want to do is look to force hard engage on the Senna in the mid lane. She's going to be relatively easy to catch with Ryze ultimates, with Leona ultimates, with Jarvan ultimates, with Ornn ultimates. So when we reach mid-game, what we're going to expect is a lot of heavy engages with all of the tools that FPX has, because most likely the Shy is going to win split because of how easy his itemization is. And Jarvan doesn't do enough damage when it comes to mid to late game, doesn't farm enough to compensate. Another thing to highlight here is, I think the trend of the meta that we're going to see is, we're going to see mid laners that farm a lot with junglers that farm less, or junglers that farm a lot with mid laners that farm less. You always need something that kills jungle pretty fast, and here I think Qiyana is decent, Rumble is decent, Ryze is super fast in terms of clearing jungle, Jarvan less so Ryze can easily pick up the camps that Jarvan is slacking on later down the line. Ryze is almost designed to kill jungle champions, so that's we have to pay attention how many CS Doinb is acquiring. Another thing to highlight with Senna, for those people that don't know, Senna is a champion that prefers to snowball her lane. She likes to pressure, likes to poke. Oh my goodness. Promatics, make some noise. Thank you so much for subbing. Okay. The sound was awfully loud. Maybe I'm going to disable it during reviews. Nevertheless, where was I? Senna, snowballing. Well, if Senna falls behind, it means she doesn't get souls, she doesn't get money, of course, and this affects her range. So most of the time, Senna wants as much space as possible to play in the early game and then transition that into mid game. She's kind of like lethality Varus, but she heals, she gets long range, she scales well, she struggles to kill tanks, she builds lethality, has a stronger lane phase, and is very reliant on getting souls. So if she doesn't have space to play, doesn't get souls, is rough. So honestly here, FPX, their way in the early game is definitely through bottom. Leona, MF, Jarvan, very strong bottom side. Ryze, Jarvan, also very strong 2v2. Rookie and Ning, will have to see how they work together, because once again, you guys know me more than ever that whoever controls the mid lane is going to control the game, and I think the same rings true here, because if Rookie and Ning can control mid lane and hover into bottom side, and the Leona and MF cannot play aggressive, it's going to be very rough for them. They're going to get poked, they're going to have a hard time. Some of the choice seems to be TP here for LWX, knows that he just needs to stay away from that poke, and then TPing back is going to be perfectly fine. But Leona has only one way to play, right, and that's forward. Especially now with the Relic Shield nerf, meaning that you don't get heal from your Relic Shield, you definitely, you are more, you're more liable when it comes to poke. Poke hurts you. The Shy and Rookie. Oh yeah, I'm a big fan. Big fan of these boys. Alright. Khan. It's time to show your magic. I think LPL fits perfectly for him. I think Khan had a wonderful Worlds performance, and I think he got too little credit. I think Klid got way too much credit for what was going on in SKT. I think Khan was very solid, and I think the way SKT worked together was just non-existent. We have a pause. This is a standard tradition in any league. You know, you let the server wake up a bit, you let the settings wake up a bit. Happens. Rookie smiling, we like it. All right. Is this Southwind or Puff? I'm not sure. We will get to know soon. Oh my goodness, Girati. Thank you so much. Let's just go into game and then let's fix our camera. So we have level 1 action already. I'm gonna slot myself in there, right there. I fit nicely there, I think. This has more space, I think. I'm gonna put this on the sponsorships. I'm gonna put that right above it. And then we're gonna make this a bit smaller. Alright. Beautiful. Let's begin. FPX going for the level 1 invade. Dangerous usually against Braum, but it's just tricky to proc the Braum passive. FPX are rushing in. South with no flash. Leona had to go to keep flash. Good start here. having no flash against Jarvan is a deadly combination. Of course, we need to keep in mind Qiyana, if she... dividing the map against Qiyana is always good because her early clear from 1 to 2 is very, very weak. So if she, for example, starts on red buff, it is very difficult and slow for her to take, for example, golems and raptors without being in danger of Jarvan coming over there and screwing her. So dividing the map, level 1 invading, starting the game from before the minions spawn is very good against Qiyana because she really, really needs level 3 before she does anything. So I really like this plan. It could be a general rule of thumb to look to invade against something like the Qiyana. This works. I like it. They maintain the space. Let's see if they stay here. Aatrox and Qiyana going in aggressively to put down vision. Standard things. I'm curious who put the ward here. I'm assuming Ning put this ward. So I think this ward was a bit premature. Very, very early puts. I think they could have kept this. We have mirrored stats now. Red and red. Khan is going to face check here, but it's going to be fine. They don't have the best champions to do anything aggressive onto them. He's just strolling by. He's like, hey. It's like, you know, when you're on the bus and a bus crosses the other bus, and then the bus drivers, they have like this mutual friendship. They're like, hey, you know, that's what that was. Mutual top lane friendship. Just walking away. So this is not the craziest matchup for us to see in terms of judging how well both of these players are going to do in this game. Ornn and Aatrox is relatively stale. Aatrox is going to scale better into it, and Khan is going to buy armor, and then Black Cleaver is going to hit, and then all of a sudden the Shy is going to win a bit more slightly, and so forth. Here we go. Puff. Crazy that they went for Puff here, because here Southwind has no flash, but Southwind played it very, very bad. Because Southwind has no reason to, walk in the same path here as Puff. Tian is getting the EQ in, and there we go. So here the fact that IG's bot lane loses all summoners when they know Jarvan starts on red behind them. It's a rough situation, they need to back up from it, and that's it. Bottom lane is not frozen, so they can definitely take it easy. Here you can see Jarvan, he's on the Raptors, and then he goes down in the bottom lane. They have a ward on golems, IG. They have a ward on ramp. So they definitely know Jarvan's position here. Jarvan's going to Tribush, avoiding all of the wards. And then IG's bot lane here is just walking up too far. And here I was surprised that FPX went for Puff. Because usually with no flash here on Southwind, they can go for it. Puff is going to burn flash here, which is just as good, honestly. And maybe will result in a kill later because Crisp will have flash and they'll continue. So practically it's fine because they put a kill in the bank. If FPX reganked this, if they can continue to pressure and Qiyana doesn't solve this, then Puff is going to die anyway to Crisp's flash. So this is a big mistake from IG's bot lane. They had the full vision, they had the full information. Map is divided, they have to accept it. But map division is very, very strong against Qiyana because Khan doesn't need to respect Ning at all on the Qiyana. At the same time, the lane was slow pushing in top side, so he was fine. Khan was in no danger. IG's bot lane was in massive danger. Tian now, 11 CS, did Golem. The Shy getting the better half of this trade. Of course, he's pushing. Khan shouldn't look to trade. It was very, very unnecessary. He was 3 into Khan. I mean, the Shy was Aatrox and into 3. Rookie. Jesus, he should be dead now. Flashing will be pointless. FPX flowing beautifully here. I want to look at FPX's base timing on bottom. They pushed in the wave, and Misfortune, it's almost as she has naturally boots, so basing on Misfortune is very powerful. At the same time, they have TP. They make the wave crash on bottom. They don't want to dive, they don't want to pressure, which is all good. And then Leona goes into mid lane. But Rookie's wave position here is so terrible that there is it's like walking away from this is just as bad as dying. But Rookie of course cannot push this. Bottom wave position was very bad. Misfortune was in base, and Tian and Crisp making a lot of heavy work here. I don't know if it's correct here for FPX to push. I think FPX are sharing way too much XP, but Doinby is a very, very sharing and caring person. because definitely here they could just freeze, look to base, and then continue. But I think the point here is that they want to push so Domi can keep TP and continue. But they definitely could have snowballed this into a bigger lead for mid lane. But FPX, you can see that clearly the atmosphere and the idea of how they play is to continuously, always look to spread their pressure. And now into bottom. Crisp, you gank mid lane, we're gonna gank for you now. And how do we want to bet if this is gonna result in a kill? Because FPX are being crazy good in this game so far. Southern has W, Puff is respecting, this is good, but FPX bot lane is freezing. Very nice here of Tian. Very small nuance here. He made sure that he didn't show, which is massive for every lane. And IG are looking to gain some information here. They did not spot the jungler. They warded the Drake. They are in full question mark mode because they don't know what's happening. They have no summoners on bottom. Kiana is nowhere to be found because she's such a slow roller. Tian didn't base yet. Full HP, ready to go here. Even if Kiana matches bottom, I think 3v3 they just lose. So we'll have to pay attention how this progresses, because right now, honestly, if we had Pro View and we could analyze how Puff got this many CS, I would love to do that. But it's crazy that he's even 24 CS with the lane state and the game state right now. Puff is going. Southwind has W. I don't know if he's the right target. He's the right target. Okay. Oh, wasn't the right target. I think they should have just gone for Puff, because here Jarva can easily connect. And then when he connects, Leona can follow up, and it's good. Also kind of silly here, I don't like that Crisp is not running Hex Flash, because Hex Flash could have been juicy. Definitely could have been juicy. I'm just going to pretend that I'm Puff, or whoever is playing. I'll put my camera right there. Boom. Okay. I think the target here is Puff, because, as I said, Southwind's W, he can just hop away, and then he gets the invisibility, Garden gets popped, and then they go. Okay, Muffin. Hey. What else? Suruki went straight into bottom, something I didn't notice. So he's going straight into bottom, rushing. He's only level 5, has flash on. Southwind survives, and then they continue. And Puff here with the Glacial Omen gets to get some punches in. LWX is low HP, Tian didn't base yet. Red Smite Kiana is coming in now. Leona no flash. She's fine. Rookie looking to base. LWX has TP. No dive pressure from IG, they cannot dive. Javan is around, and it would be too dangerous. Keep in mind here with the lanes that they are playing, it's very important that they still manage to get a lead reaching mid game, because Jarvan mid game is going to fall off. Senna mid game is very powerful because of lethality, and in that mid game Aatrox is going to reach Black Cleaver and begin to win. So here attacking Southwind I think is the mistake. I think EQ on to Senna and then commit all the way would be the better way. But even in that situation, Braum is going to W the Braum, deny all the MF damage, proc Guardian, and then together with invisibility, move speed, maybe they don't get a kill. Maybe they just have too little damage to get a kill. Because it just made logical sense for me to go for Senna there. EQ, Jarvan, connect with Leona, go for the kill. Okay, Rookie's gonna reach 6. Rookie still has flash on after that death. No worries. Gonna look to base because he lost tempo going into bottom. Domi can freeze, but freezing is we were debated because he was starting the recall and then they cut into replay and then he cancelled his recall. So he's sitting in mid lane with very low mana. Rookie is not respecting him. He's pushing in. I think Domi had the right timing to base. I don't know why he didn't base. Because if he based here, he would be on same tempo as Rookie into mid lane, and then he could actually pressure. Because Rookie has no items. Rookie just wants to base and go back. But here Domi is so low mana that he doesn't even need to go base and go back. Ning level 4. Ning actually hasn't accomplished anything so far in this game. As is the trickiness of Kiana jungle. Tiana has been very effective with his time. Level 5. The Shy. is getting hooked. Khan has Ignite. Ignite is on. Punch, dead. Very, very nice. I think this is the underlying difference here in the matchup is, sure, Aatrox can get 5-10 CS ahead early, and then eventually Khan's gonna buy armor, he's going to be better, and then Black Cleaver be better. But Ornn can always set up ganks. He's playing on Sealed Spellbook, so at 6, when he has a new summoner, and he has his ultimate, most 2v2s, they're going to win. They have mixed damage, armor counters both Qiyana and Aatrox, and it's a nuance that I didn't mention before when we talked about the matchup. So this is beautiful. Like Tiana is smurfing on this game. Like Tiana is a monster. It is crazy how good he's playing. So before we were talking about Doinby and the fact that he needed to base, Rookie is continuing into top lane. Still no base. He's sitting on a lot of cash. And now he's basing. Okay, nothing to accomplish. The Shy TP's top. Some armor showing up now for Khan. Standard stuff. Buying an item that has magic resistance, and IG's bot lane, to their credits here, had a very, very rough start. Burned summoners, had a situation where the map was divided. They kept their cool, which is a good sign for what's to come. They burned their summoners, and now they have the summoners back up. It's as if they've healed their wounds. The CS differentials are not that big. Gonna look to buy tier here for Senna. Her item spikes and item purchases are a bit different from Mr. Fortune, so her being 59 CS and basing it is completely fine. On other AD carries, basing on a gold amount that is like 1700 and so forth is not the greatest, but for Senna it's fine. Anything that buys mana immune is fine. If you buy, well, honestly it's fine for Essence Reaver buyers too. It's just usually IE buyers don't like it, because you can't buy BF and Pickaxe, for example. Send us back into mid lane, bot lane. FPX has level 6. Good timer here to do the Drake. LWX has level advantage. Kiana's in bot lane. She's level 6 as well. Tiana loses a lot of HP. I think FPX are just going to steal this away and walk away. Didn't see the time of them when LWX used flash. They're just straight up going for the swap. Senna doesn't hit towers that hard. That's another issue of Senna. She doesn't have a lot of natural attack speed in her kit. Khan is just going for heavy-handed trades here because he's preparing for the dive that's to come. Good ward placed here by the Shy from earlier. Spots Crisp and also spots the rotation. Big Wave is going to crash into bottom. MF is just going into bottom. They decide not to swap. Yeah, the wave wasn't, I don't think they had good enough tempo to swap. They went into bottom side. Khan is getting smacked around a little bit. Because it looked like Khan was hard trading because FPX was calling for the swap. And then eventually they changed their mind, went into bottom because they realized that the tempo was pretty bad. Because the Shy was actually getting prio on top. So in a case where Khan gets prio, then it's a good swap. In a case where he doesn't, then it's very, very bad because the wave is stacking on bottom, which means that the enemy has some tempo there already, and then the same wave is dead on top side because the Shy is pushing with Aatrox. So tempo-wise would have been bad. I'm still curious to see how well Senna does in terms of hitting towers, because I think later on is very oppressive because of how long range she has, but early on it's, you know, attack speed is where it's at, and Misfortune can use her love tap to, is it love tap? Her passive to hit creeps, hit something like that, hit continuously and continuously, you know, increase the damage output on turrets. LWX has a lot of move speed, but it looks like he's going to be pretty late for this. The Shy is also out of position. I think they are very similar here in terms of how they are positioned. Crisp and Braum level 5 here. Tiana, if he EQs in, most likely is going to die. This is a very, very good space for both Qiyana and Rookie. What is it, Muffin? Okay. You're right. Okay. So this space is just so incredibly good for Rumble and Qiyana to fight in. As long as Puff doesn't get killed in initial engage, then all is well. Ornn is also very, very out of position. I think FPX should not contest this. If they do, it might be a game thrower. So let's take a look. Let's see how it goes. Oh, maybe it resets. FPX is being very greedy here. They're trying to stall time. Reset is the best thing FPX could have hoped for. I think it comes from the fact that IG just bounced around too much. They find Rookie, but Rookie with some clever planned movement. Okay, okay, okay. Red carpet. Rise ult. FPX reposition. FPX are together again. Tian is out of position. IG continue to do the Rift Herald. That is crazy. Southland's still level 5. We have to pay attention to if someone gets a kill or something, if these supports get to a higher level. Ooh! Ooh! Okay. Okay. Okay, this is a lot to take in here. So it starts off. We get the reset. FPX. Find Rookie. Crisp. Finds him. EQ. Jarvan. Boom. EQ. Doombi flashes over the wall. Here, I thought Tian would come with him. So if Tian comes with him here, maybe it's better. But Tian keeps the flank. Here, it's important for IG to highlight that they need to play on this space. And also, the Rumble ult was very, very bad. So all of a sudden, this power that IG has with fighting in this space together with Kiana is gone. And Rookie is pretty much out of the fight before it starts. They just burned Rise Flash for this, because if we take a look here, everyone's healthy. Jarvan still has ultimate, so this position is very, very good for FPX. And then now the fight. The Shy is just fighting Tian, and then Tian, very, very low HP. This is, I guess, the consolidation. But then they find Southwind. Like it here how Khan uses his Ornn ultimate away from the Braum. It's an interaction we didn't mention before. Braum into Ornn, he can block the ult, but here they are kiting back. Southwind managed to survive, and then IG are just funneling themselves into this monster MF ult. Jesus. Jesus. What up, Angel? I fed you this food. You don't like this food? So once again, to highlight the mistake here, chasing into here, the space to fight on is here. Ning with the ult just hits Leona. Leona has stopwatch, and then everyone here, Rookie and Ning, are getting funneled into the MF ult, and FPX massively recover after this fight, after the Rift Herald. Honestly, a game is lost. Game is boom. Game is mega, mega boom. I'm just gonna check what my phone wants. What's up? What's up? What's up? What can I do for you? What is it? What? What is it? Alright. So honestly, my prediction was very, very off. I thought the fire position was very, very good. I think the reset was very fundamental here, because IG had a lot of good tempo here for this Rift. If we take a step back, we should very, very closely look at this fight, because this is the game decider here. IG, FPX have too big of a lead. I think they're going to be able to take it home, because take a look at this. MF is late, Ornn is very late. The Shy could definitely move in here. He's hitting platings, he could be here. Rookie, big problem here that he gets spotted. Crisp is doing a very fine job of warding around, and then they see Rookie's position. I think that's a problem. Rookie would do a lot better if he's in this position, because IG want to kite upwards. They want to kite into here. And the fact that Braum gets caught here, and the fact that IG gets so divided is a massive issue. Rookie also, with his ultimate, is a very, very bad ultimate. It does absolutely nothing. And this is a very, very bad start of the fight. IG want to kite upwards, and the fact that Rift Herald reset it before is a very bad thing. Ning is finishing, and Ning used his spells, of course, on the Rift, so it means he can't force a fight here. and IG's solo laners are just in a position where they can't fight. FPX commit. They walk all the way. Southwind survives, but he's not blocking any MF bullets here. He's not blocking any Ornn ults. He's not blocking any MF ultimates. He's just out without doing anything. And this is just IG being forced to stay in this Rift Herald space. And I think the fundamental issue here, this as simple as it might sound, is the fact that, that the Rift Herald reset. The Rift Herald reset, if they just pick up the Rift Herald there and continue their lane phases, they were on a good path to repair the game. But now instead they practically get aced. The Shy survives. It's a disaster. It's a disaster on all accounts. Crazy. Crazy. So now Doinby is 2-fed. He's going to win split. Unless the Shy can pull off something magic. The way Doinby flashes here and then ults back in. I think if Tian follows him, it's even more genius. But Tian just sticks around. He wants to keep the flank. The Shy also wastes time going for him. Tian goes out. And then the Shy, at least he reads the situation here. Rookie is trying to enter. And the fact that Braum is so out of position, doesn't block anything. MF ult comes, Ornn ult comes. And this is just a nasty combination. Ning did nothing. Rookie did nothing. And IG's bot lane can also do nothing. FPX have so strong ultimates to deny something like the Qiyana. It's also so hard for IG's composition to kill tanks. And now that Ornn is so freaking fed, he was behind in CS, gave up a lot of CS, but now he got so many kills and assists that he's an absolute monster that this is going to be a very, very rough game. Rise is going to win split, and now, FPX has such a very easy path to even diving. They can easily dive. They have some of the strongest engage ultimates in the game. The Shy is going to get dove here. Let's see. Rise is doing crab, so he's going to be late for this. Ning is in position. Braum and Senna were in bottom, but of course they have no pressure on to an Ornn that has so much armor. Let's fast forward. Okay. We fast forward maybe a bit too much. Quite problematic here that Tian misses his EQ. Should have been a hit. Ning with... Oh! Okay. I felt like that could have been a lot better. Good Braum shield here to deny the whole MF misfortune ult. And then a good Q onto MF to slow her. So let's take a look at everyone's position here. Because Ornn out of position. They are committing. We can take a look here at IG's position in mid lane. Because they push bottom, rotated into mid. They are getting the prio. Doinby is in base. He went base for Catalyst. No TP. They're going for the Shy here, hoping for the one-shot. They don't get it. They don't get the one-shot. And here, the rotation from mid lane. Because, of course, Ornn is not going to get prio against Braum and Senna. Braum, Senna, push bottom, rotate into mid lane. Rotate into mid lane, the 4-man there. And then FPX is committing for this play where they want to look to one-shot the Shy and then move out. But they didn't get the EQ. They didn't get the EQ of Leona either. And then the Shy flashes out from the Leona ultimate. And here, Ning can even find a juicier ultimate, I think. It's a disappointing ultimate. I feel like Ning could have maybe gotten all of them. And then the Braum shield here. Very, very nice. Braum shield into exhaust, into ult, into reaching everyone. Very, very nice. Very well played. FPX being a bit too greedy here with their forcing on the Shy. It looked good. It looked like maybe they can get a one-shot. But I didn't see the fact that Doinby was in base and Khan was... of course, isolated in the bottom. Can't burn TP here. The Shy is going to be able to go into side. The fact that the Shy gets a couple of kills here is a big deal. So a game went from being kind of over to IG sticking around. Sticking around. It's cool. I like it. Let's take a look again. Beautiful team fight. Wonderful. Boom. EQ misses. Ult. The Shy. Very nice flash. Beautiful. Continuation. Ning. Very disappointing ult. Only gets Leona. Does almost nothing. And then Southwind. smurfs it. Nice ultimate. E, A, sports, meaning E as in Braum shield. He blocks the whole damage, and IG walk away very, very healthy. The Shy still hasn't based yet. He's going for the first turret of the game. Massive. Any goal the Shy can get is very, very big in this game because, of course, it's all about how he manages the split of the game. And he's going to be the one that is matching everyone on sides. If he's ahead of Doinby, if he can itemize MR, juicy. He's going to win splits, and that is going to mean a lot for players like Doinby and the Shy. If the Shy can push, he can deny camps, he can get camps himself. This is a very big deal. Maybe he can pressure turrets, maybe eventually he can poke, rise enough to dive. Who knows? Beautiful things might come from it. Aatrox flanks, all that good stuff. Still in team fights, FPX, if they get a 5v5, I still think they are favorable. They have very strong ultimates. Jarvan is going to begin to fall off, so we're going to see if he's going to be a liability. Doinby getting caught here. Braum ultimate, carpet, Doinby is standing in it. Braum is dying now, Braum is dead. Misfortune is running from base. Okay. So let's take a look again. 4v5 situation in the mid lane. Misfortune in base. Khan in top side with no TP. The Shy also no TP. So this is a 4v5 situation. 4v5 situation that starts with Doinby being very greedy in mid lane. He's trying to clear the wave to make sure that IG doesn't approach the turret. Misfortune comes in hot. You know, she's walking from base. We can see it on the minimap. And then, of course, the fight continues. Braum ult first. Braum shield. He doesn't survive long enough, but his team is indeed standing behind Braum. And then Crisp here almost has flash up. Gets away, no problem. But FPX lose one man. The Shy comes in. The Shy is a madman. Madman. Ooh, okay. 1-for-1, but mad. Clear mid wave. Going to bottom, please. Bottom wave is very juicy. Top has bounced. Can solve top wave, please. Top wave is slow pushing towards enemy. We're losing creeps. Doinby is going. Bottom is gonna get picked up by Rookie. Fine situation for IG. Not the end of days for FPX. They lose a very, very key flash here on Doinby. But he was trying to clear the wave before it approached the turret because of Misfortune being off tempo. But I think if they threatened to engage under the turret, it would have had the same effect. So I think they didn't need to take this risk. But 1-for-1 in the end. 1-for-1. 2-for-2, honestly. I forgot the South one died. Okay, let's move on. Second Rift Herald spawns. We look at it from here. Rookie doesn't have enough time to push bottom all the way. It's going to slow push towards the enemy, but FPX have no TP. The next objective is Rift Herald. Both teams are gunning for it. Level 11 for Rookie is very, very important. It's very big here. Unsealed Spellbook, I was giving FPX additional summoners to fight with. Still no stopwatch buy for Jarvan. I think it would have been the right purchase here. Better position here for FPX. Position means everything. They had better tempo coming into this. Rise pushed the top wave, made it bounce. You can see the creeps that are dying right now in top turret. This is from what happened before. IG, let's see how they can solve the tempo issue here that they created for themselves. So they are... Oh, this was... okay. Doinby went top. Puff is in mid lane. Rookie is very, very late because he is repairing the bot wave. And I think that is the underlying issue here. Rookie comes in. FPX are all in position, and the wave that was bounced into FPX happened to be, of course, on the top side of the map, around the objective. The top creeps, it's very disappointing that they're dying like this, because I don't think IG can fight this at all. Rookie at level 10, I think it's too important of a level. This is level 11. FPX cannot engage and force on Ornn right now because he's unkillable. He's definitely unkillable. IG with a better position here on to, of course, the mid turret. FPX, they were trying to sneak here if they can look for an engage, but doing it through Braum is always going to be difficult and probably game losing. if FPX can engage from multiple angles, this is the best thing they can hope for. Meaning Javanul comes first, maybe they force Braum E, and then Ornult comes. Because there's a lot of tools here already for them to engage. If Ornult can be kept, then I think it's better. Mid tower stays alive, FPX are happy, they continue. This Aram here situation, I think it's better for FPX because they have more tools to find someone. Bottom wave is, IG is losing, lost creeps, and FPX also losing creeps now because the wave hit the turret. Top wave is stacking, so right now FPX is losing creeps on top because it's slow pushing. No, sorry, IG is losing creeps on top. What am I saying? So let me just repeat what I said because I just said a bunch of garbage. Right now IG is losing creeps on top, they're losing creeps on bottom. But it seems like FPX are not going to be in time to catch the bottom wave, so now FPX are also losing creeps on bottom. But top wave is stacking for FPX and they are going to be very happy with this. Rise is clearing jungle camps, he's going for the CS record, almost 200. You can hear the showcasing of Rise just taking jungle camps very fast. Or the Shy doesn't give a shit about it, he's just focusing on Doinb. Doesn't get the knock up to interrupt the TP. Doinb had no flash here. This is the information the Shy was working with. Rookie with the level 10 ultimate, not too big. And boom, that's the ultimate. Everyone walks away with their HP. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so the startup again. Boom. The Q doesn't land. Very, very close. It's like 1 frame away, I think. That Q would have hit. And then the carpet. Very, very nice ultimate here from Rookie. Burns everybody. Well, not everybody, but LWX and Khan. They have very low HP. And then Tian hits. He bought the stopwatch. Tian most likely gonna die here. Tian 1 HP. He's gonna survive. He's really gonna survive. Ooh. They're back and forth. Oi, oi, oi. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's take a look at this again. Very close that Doinb gets caught here. Doinb, of course, no flash. Ornult comes in. It is a pretty pointless Ornult. Rookie with a beautiful Rumble ult to deny MF. MF, very low mana here. I don't even know if MF has enough mana to ult here. Because if she does, then, you know, what's gonna happen here? She is. So LWX saves mana here and ults together with Tian. How crazy would that be? That would have been mad. W gets used. Maybe he just straight up needed to flash right away. He just needed to flash out of the way right away. And then keep the mana, because he uses his mana here for W. There his mana drops, you see? If he kept his mana here and then boom, Tian comes in with the roundhouse kick, boom. Braum is standing there, of course, with the shield. Gets out of the way. Maybe the MF ult wouldn't be that crazy, but imagine here MF ult. Would be nuts. It would be crazy here. Imagine the MF ult right here. What on earth is this? Just imagine if MF ult was available, man. That's crazy. E gets used. He would have had mana right now. Like right now, he would have enough mana. Boom. Right now. That would have been nuts, man. They would have won this fight very, very thoroughly. Like it would have been obvious. Rookie with the flash. Massive level difference between Rookie and Doinb. I think this is one of the last fights that IG is going to have a chance in. The bigger Ornn gets, the bigger Rise gets, the harder it gets. They're also farming better. FPX didn't catch bottom wave, so that's the only sad part about this. But that's fine, because they have the same situation on top side. Doinb level 13 to 10, big level gap. FPX are definitely in the winning position. Better early game. And the team fighting has been awfully close. Is Doinby holding a spoon in that picture? Let me show you guys. Beautiful. Is that a spoon or a mirror? Or mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the greatest rumble of them all? Okay. Okay, let me just center that nicely so everyone with OCD doesn't go crazy. Okay, boom. Okay, maybe this is, oh, there we go, better. Okay. So Doinby going for armor. I like it, I respect it. Tian no stopwatch now. Arnold is ready. We see 2 Righteous Glory on FPX being bought. One for Ornn, one for Doinby. Might as well, if they can force and kill the enemy, meaning they can force on Qiyana or Senna, then all is good. Here Ning is, ooh, okay Ning, sacrificing his life for a dragon. This dragon doesn't give that much stats. Honestly, the stats of each and individual Drake before the soul is quite disappointing. But here, you know, I just think IG's composition has very little redeeming qualities. Senna, sure, later and later in the game when she begins to build IE and such, her range becomes obnoxious, but FPX has a lot of engage tools. Rumble is going to fall off. Aatrox in team fights is going to get one-shots, and right now, you know, he's not going to do much split because of how strong Doinby and Khan is. And honestly, with the way Khan is, like, with the way Doinby is farming all jungle camps, there's no way in hell the Shy is ever going to catch up. The Shy is going to be level 14 to Doinby's level 18, and that's crazy. That's an ult. Rookie no flash. That is ha 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 ha. The Prestige Edition Bewitching Misfortune. Very, very nice. Tian uses Rift and then bases. Cool. Righteous Glory finish on Doinby. I don't know what Rookie was doing there in the first place. But to be fair, I don't know how IG are supposed to play this game at all. I don't know how they're supposed to play this game at all. And the more and more this game goes on, the less and less IG's draft makes sense. Doinby could maybe kill him there if he had bigger guts. I think Doinby could kill. I'm pretty sure Doinby could kill, no? Here he walks forward and then another EQ. But he was more scared than Tian was. Tian with the chop suey. He suicided. Okay. As you can see, FPX is Pry everywhere. Pry on side, Pry on mid. That's why I don't know how IG is supposed to play. IG can't really find pressure anywhere. And if FPX want now, they can just play around Nash. Domis will have TP up soon. He should win split. I think maybe Aatrox has some windows to all in on the rise, but the level differential kind of hurts. Domi going into bottom. Okay, okay. Domi is on bottom now without TP. Like, what on earth is FPX doing here? They are going balls deep. Balls deep. But Ning with the finger on the trigger. Flash of Misfortune. Still one of the best engages they could have hoped for. That's one death. FPX still, they're just too strong to give a shit. LWX is being super cocky regardless. Like, this is if FPX were making any mistakes this game, is kind of how they are overextending when they are not on tempo and they are not on the map. Because right now Ryze is pushing bottom for free. He's completely safe. These two wards are giving him safety, and that's it. You know, that's it. Ning uses ult. Crisp flashes out. Leona ultimate onto Braum. And then still, I think this is the best thing IG could have hoped for. And then Ning dies. Ning was super disappointing this game. Sad to see that nothing has changed. Southwind gets killed. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What's happening here now? The Shy. What is the Shy doing? Gets the root. That's one. Ooh. 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 Oh. Oh, the Shy. No. No, not like this, the Shy. Not like this, the Shy. Please. Please, I'm speaking so well about you all the time, the Shy. Don't do this to me, man. Oh. That could have been the highlight reel for the rest of the season right there, man. That could have been amazing. But it wasn't. 1K shut down. Still some money in the bank. Now you can buy an AK in the next round. Misfortune has Infinity Sword or whatever the upgrade is called. I'm not too certain. English is not my first language. Okay, okay. Is that the Smite of Khan? Smite of Khan? But let's take a step back and look at this fight in the first place. So Southwind gets rooted and then he gets killed. Khan uses this opportunity to R because Braum has no shield and he is practically dead. 3 people E into this space and they're chasing after Rookie. In all honesty, I think they should just chase after here. Tian go this path. These 2 boys go here and then they'll be cut off and they'll be in trouble. Instead, everything is split. They're committing onto Rookie. I think it's a mistake. Rookie was already out of the fight. Here, if FPX just commit here together, then it's going to be fine. But I think FPX are in the thought process that they're going to win that 2v2 because of how strong they are. But here the Shy is healing a lot. Mercury is doing work. And then here, if the Shy actually flashes properly and times it well, then this could have been nuts. But it's like, it's a 1 frame away. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, the Shy. Come on, man. I would have sent you this watch if you did that play. Alright. Okay. Khan with the smite. Beautiful. I like the fact that he smote there on Ning's damage, which is something that most junglers, the best junglers do, but there are junglers that don't even do that. They don't understand how other people can do damage on objectives. Okay. Void Staff finished. Predicting the Ornn. He knows that he needs to be the one killing Ornn. Tian gets poked. Okay. Southwind gets smacked around here. And then, as we talked about, FPX mistake here is that they're splitting up. Here, they should just collapse on the Shy and Puff. And then they should just do Nash and end the game. But instead, they are going for Rookie. They're going for Rookie for no reason. And Rookie is, practically 1v3. So, with success. And then here, if the Shy lands his Q, boom. GG. GG. Let's continue. So now we can see that MR is starting to stack up, and Doinby is very, very behind on his item build. Usually, if you can itemize into Void, then this matchup is going to be over. But now, sitting on Spirit Visage and Tian being rather weak in terms of his damage output, the Shy can, he's looking for all in. He's a madman. We can see Braum and Senna, they are moving in. The Shy is healing a lot of the damage he's taking, so he's fine with this. But now the matchup is going to begin to shift because of some itemization choices Doinby has made. Righteous Lure into Banshee, no Void, no Death Cap, no damage output. Spirit Visage is just countering Rise in the side lane right now. The Shy has TP, Doinby has TP, but I don't think side lane is going to be the deciding factor here anyway. GA on MF is ready. Flash is going to be back up soon. When both of these flashes up for FPX, then it's prime time, engage time. Top wave is being ignored. That makes me a sad cat. Top wave is being completely ignored. IG cannot really go up there and take it. Maybe FPX could, but it means they would have to give up mid space and give IG some breathing room. Maybe it's just better to control the river instead of doing anything for the top CS. I think FPX should start forcing Nash if they want to, speed up and accelerate this game. Curious what Doinby is going for his last item, because right now, his build is there's no good way to go here, because he still needs Void, he still needs Death Cap. So that's his build is kind of silly. Very, very silly, this build. Ryze is ignoring bottom. FPX is in position to flank, but there is wards on the bottom pit. FPX have not done a good job of clearing, and you can see the position of the pink ward in the pit is quite poor, because it doesn't spot the ward there, and I imagine that that ward is still active, because as you can see when they are switching here to FPX's vision, that this ward is not getting spotted. So there's this ward in the pit that is not being denied. Ning is positioning around the Nashor now. He doesn't have Moby. Crisp is looking for a flankeroo. Very nice flankeroo here, I like it. Very nice flankeroo. Who is getting in? Who is getting in? Doinby is in. He's a man. Ooh, Puff. Okay. Puff is in good position. IG survived that engage. They took it on the chin like champs. And now after that, okay, Voids are doing work. Okay, humongous. The Shy cancelling MF has GA. Doinby gets 1. Okay, so let's take a step back here and analyze the situation. Let's take a look at everyone's position. So here Doinby ults in, and where is Ornn? You kind of hope that Ornn is going to come with and join this party here that they're going for. But Jarvan and Ornn, they're coming from the side. They're looking for a flank. The Ornn ult doesn't come as well timed as you would want it, because the Ornn ult practically does nothing here. And Tian doesn't have a good position to flank in. So honestly here, when it comes to the engage, Jarvan and Ornn position is just too bad. They're forcing here. The Braum ult the Braum shield, of course, is blocking. Jarvan and Ornn did nothing in this fight. Tian still in a position where he did nothing. Still, look at Tian, done nothing. That's the first EQ together with the MF ult. It's kind of juicy, but it's also quite late. And IG managed to figure it out before. So here, if we look at this position, FPX are looking for a flank. And the flank pressure is already working, because if we take a look at IG's position, they are backing off. They are respecting it. They are very, very far already. Now, FPX can retake, they can clear all of this bottom vision, because IG are in a position where they don't need to rush. They have vision around bottom, they have wards around bottom. Also, Southwind is sitting on 4 wards, they have blue trinkets, well, only 1 blue trinket, which is surprising. They should have more. When you're in the losing position, blue trinkets are just really, really OP. They need to sit down and clear that vision, because IG is already respecting enough. FPX's engage is happening under IG's turret. IG has already given up the space. So what they're looking for, a clever engage here that might work if Jarvan and Ornn are in the right position. Problem is they are not, and it just looks silly. In terms of a basic fundamental point of view and how FPX should execute, then definitely I think they should just look to clear all the bottom vision instead of forcing this fight. Because in some worlds maybe this fight works, in some worlds maybe it doesn't. You go for the 100% play instead of the 50-50 play. Tian with the flank, it was good. I liked it. It was interesting. But IG gave up. And they could give up because they had vision on the Nash. Even now in this replay, or not the replay, this was real time, you can see that all the wards are right there. IG don't have the best champion in the world, best champions in the world to do, of course, a Nash, so they're just going for the Drake. Khan is TPing, he has half the ult cooldown. This is Doinby TP, Khan is walking. This is outplayable for FPX for sure. The Shy has ultimate though, so maybe it's dangerous. The Shy is going. Misses the first Q, the first EQ. Oh, can we kill Puff once in this game? Doinby is going. You can. Okay. FPX is TP on MF. and they have 30 seconds on 2 people. Maybe it's time to force Nash. They have also Ornn ult. It's a good time to force. I think they should have just dropped Ornn TP and pretended to do Nash. Only 3 people alive. I think they didn't use enough the fact that 2 people were dead. I think they could have definitely forced. Like, Ornn is not going to take any damage from Nash. Almost no sums on IG. Ning is awful. Ning has been terrible this game. He did nothing this game. Honestly. Honestly has done nothing. Very disappointing. FPX with Dragon Soul now. Should probably mention it. I think Dragon Souls are overrated. I think Ocean Dragon Soul is by far the most OP. I don't think, like, of course it's champion dependent, but I don't think the Dragon Soul is necessarily going to be the deciding factor here. Right now, FPX, the position stays the same. They've always been in a better position to win this game. It's all about what mistakes they're making and how IG punishes. So this Nash is gone. Bye, Nash. This is something FPX could have been doing for a long time. Okay, Ning. Okay, Ning finally... Okay, Ning. Ning with the juice. Ning with the juice. The Shy is dead. MF is still alive. FPX win. At this point in time, MF actually does monster damage. And Senna doesn't have enough of a damage output to get through these tanks anyway. I feel like almost FPX baited IG to pick the Senna into Leona, Jarvan and Ornn. I think with the Braum pick, maybe they were confident that Ornn is not going to get picked. But, yeah. What is this? What does this add? Okay. Okay. Alright. The question now is, does FPX manage to throw, or is this game just over? Because we've been in this game for quite some time now. I think it's time to move on. It's time to move on, baby. Twitch is not the best best platform to review on. LWX is monster fed. Oh, he gets caught. I think if IG wanted to go at any point in time, that was the cue. I don't think they're gonna find a better fight. FPX are gonna just lose another inhib here. I think that route definitely was the cue for IG to go. When you're in a position where you're in a losing, like when you're losing the game, you should just look to make something happen instead of dying a slow and painful death. Imagine you bleeding to death. You try to solve the bleeding somehow, even though like your attempts are desperate. Like you're trying to roll your big ass flesh wound with paper or some shit. You know, you're trying to do some silly shit. You know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. You're gonna try, right? I think that route was definitely the Q sign. Okay, Ning, can you steal? Can you steal? Arnold forcing the Braum shield now. MF and Jarvan combination is ready to go. That is, whoa! Hey! Oh! Oh, did you guys see this nasty MF damage? Look at the MF damage. Oh no, that's not the MF damage, it's Rise. It's Rise damage. Okay, so what happened? What happened? Arnold gets used, forcing the Braum shield, setting up for the Jarvan combo. I think right now what you do is you look to stop hitting the Nash. Crisp is in Zimbabwe. He's looking for... I don't know. He's definitely in Zimbabwe. Luckily... Wow. Wow. That is crazy, man. Elder Dragon is so unbelievably OP as well. So here I feel after the Ornwold, boom, walk up with Jarvan, look for the EQ. Look for the EQR. Look for the EQR right now. Look for it. But instead they keep hitting Nash. And Nash is taking so much damage, like the damage numbers right now are so bursty. Like an EQ from Riot is like 1k damage, and you know, some people do more damage than Smite right now. It's quite kind of nasty. But then, you know, also with the fact that Crisp, I don't know what he's doing here. Well, what's the idea here? What's happening here? I don't understand. He's trying to zone Ning, recognize the Shy is there. Like imagine here, Braum has no shield. Right now Leona is in this position. They push them out. They force something. IG are allowed entrance. I like the idea of Ornn ult first and then turning with Jarvan and then going with Leona. Would have been very, very nice. I like it. If we also look at this play from a macro standpoint, top wave is about to crash. This is something that IG would have to deal with. And then maybe they would have gotten a better fight. But instead, FPX, they do it like this. Crisp is in Zimbabwe. He's having some tea. Right now, I like the play of Ornn with the ult, forcing Braum E and then committing. I think that would have been the play. Stop hitting Nash. I think it would have been juicy. Boom. MF gets smacked on the forehead. 2 GAs get popped right away here. That is Jarvan. That is misfortune. IG managed to get the Dretsky. And this Drake is busted. For those who don't know, it executes kids. It's crazy. Nice EQ. I thought it was an MFQ that bounced. The Shy gets a kill on MF. The Drake spits. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? Holy shit, it's the basic attack from Aatrox and then the burn. That is cool, man. That is cool. I think it's incredible how IG's bot lane managed to survive so much. The fact that they get the Elder, get to reconsolidate and then farm so much for inhibitors, you know, these inhibitor creeps, they give a lot of freaking money, you know. It's a very, very good comeback situation here for IG. But the scaling is still a bit iffy, you know. Right now, Senna is reaching that point where her attack range is so crazy high that she becomes kind of impossible to deal with. So Senna has this phase. If she snowballs, like the reason Senna is OP is if she snowballs, she's going to be super strong throughout the game. She doesn't snowball. There is a point in the game where she has enough souls when she gets rapid fire and IE that she can like, pew, you know, she's like a sniper, you know, pew, just hitting rapid fire shots for like 600, 700 damage. With absurd range. It's like a Caitlyn trap range or some mad range because she gets more range depending on her stacks. So Ning, after I complained about him, saves the game. Very, very nice. Let's continue. Doing BTP? Doing BTP on bottom? Nash is on. What is this? What is this? FPX going for some ending shenanigans. Tian, they believe in the end. Wait. So IG's damage on objectives is still garbage. This is something that Senna will never, never ever be able to solve. 3 people are standing here. MF and Ryze are super, super strong. Full items. Oh, the carpet. Yo, don't show us the Nash. We don't want to see the Nash. We want to see what's happening here. Show us this. Show us this. Tiana's looking for steal. IG just have too little damage. They're gonna die here. Like legit, Ornn can even just walk into them. Ornn is unkillable here. They don't have any armor penetration. The person that has been killing Ornn these past fights is Aatrox and Rumble. And then we have the fight here. What is going on here? Rookie finds the flank. I think that definitely FPX bot lane, I mean MF and Ryze can posture a bit more aggressively. But then Doinby finds the EQ, and Doinby is fighting, misses very important Q. Yeah, the Shy should win. Very, very nice. Now the fight continuation. FPX, they lost all their men that do damage. Is this a situation where IG can look for end? They have a mid-wave. Very, very long spawn timers, but every turret in the game is up almost for FPX. Wow, what was this play from FPX? 2-man bottom. But then the way Rookie and the Shy played it, magnifique. This is why they are the best solo laners in the world. This is the slowest Nasher you've ever seen. Tian is looking for a steal, don't be no TP. LWX is running very, very fast. Okay. This is good. Knock up from Baron. Baron is helping. Ooh, good positioning here from Puff, not taking damage from MF ult. That could have been the difference maker. Nash is on. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's continue. So now they just need to play on the fact that Puff is a monster. He can poke, he can hit a lot of damage, he can, do a lot of crazy stuff here with his range. You guys are going to see it very, very soon. So right now he has an absurd amount of crit chance, 100%. When he has his rapid fire shots, he just needs to poke, even the turret works, and IG just need to wait for FPX's engage. Tian gets caught, they find him. Very, very good how IG is scouting all of their flanks. This Rumble ult is very, very nice. It's burning crisp to a crisp. Ning is nowhere to be found. Tian dies, of course, after the GA. And now Puff can just slowly chip away at this turret. Ooh. Okay. W to get out of the Aatrox W from Ornn. Elder is spawning. IG is just going for the win. Puff with his crazy Senna now. Full items. Poking away at the turrets. Oh! You see this shit? You see this shit? Champion design? You see this shit? Pew! What the fuck? Look at this attack range. He's shooting them with an AWP. Pew! Pew! What's happening? She's already raising the turret. It's so busted, man. What is this? Okay, Puff gets EQ'd. The only problem here is with Puff here is that he's very low movement speed, but they won. They won. Jesus, man. IG won this game. Puff with the GA. Wow. Okay. Wow. That is crazy. So how do we summarize this game? A very, very good early game plan from FPX. FPX managed to just get a lead through dividing the map. Kiana into topside for level 1, 2. She doesn't do much. She needs to get level 3 and then she can't really impact the Ornn matchup anyway. So the dividing the map was beautiful. IG managed to reconsolidate. They managed to get back on their feet after burning both summoners. It was a very, very tough one. And then there was a massive fight at the Rift Herald that IG just kind of misplayed. They were ahead on tempo, but they managed to reset the Rift Herald, and that put FPX back on tempo. FPX played a wonderful fight that put them in the driving seat. Then afterwards, there was a moment in time where IG actually managed to get prio because they had Senna, Braum into bottom, Ornn had no TP. They rotated into mid lane, and Doinby was on a base timer. So once again, FPX were in a position where they didn't have tempo. They were looking for the top dive They were looking for a kill on the Shy. They looked to one-shot him. The Shy with a beautiful flash. There was a 3v5 fight practically that ended up in IG gaining some breathing room. The game was definitely in FPX's hands throughout the game, but constantly we saw many mistakes of FPX being off tempo, walking up too far, burning summoners, forcing fights that were just too bad instead of just playing around the Nash area. They rushed to take fights that they didn't need to take. They rushed to do the Elder Dragon when they didn't need to do it, when they had two, of course, inhibitors down. And then Senna just reached the point where she had full items. There was constant fighting. FPX, of course, went for this crazy Rise MF TP onto bottom, look for end, because they realized that IG don't have that much damage onto the Nasher, but this ended up with Rookie and the Shy just being the stronger players there, playing it better, killing Misfortune, killing Rise, and then ending up and taking, of course, the Nasher. After taking the Nash, Senna just sniped away. They found all the flanks. They realized that the only way for them to kill Senna right now is to find a flank. They spotted Tian, they killed him, and then they went on to, of course, end the game. The person that gets MVP for me, of course, he is Puff. I think he positioned super well, considering he has no Tahm-Kench, he has no Thresh, nothing to really support him. Maybe it's a mistake of FPX that they didn't target him hard enough, but he survived a lot of fights and was often the last one to die. And if you manage to do this with Senna against Ornn, Leona, and Jarvan, then you're doing something correct, because his damage numbers were there, he was still impacting the fights. That was fantastic. So with that being said, that summarizes this game. Let's continue on to the next one, because this is a lot of fun.